All right, we're back here, and like we said before, anybody's welcome to chime in. Our winner Raphael has rejected Valgavoth. He wants to go watch football, so he doesn't want to spend 10 minutes trying to get a free league entry. So the league committee has made that very generous offer to Miguel, who has stepped up to do commentary this week. So gave him a little reward here, or potentially a punishment if Valgavoth has his way. And Valgavoth is trash talking him immediately. So if anybody wants to chime in on what we're seeing here, it looks like Miguel has a Civic deck. Obviously, we didn't see his deck since he wasn't playing, but looks like he has some MKM cards. I do enjoy Loxodon Eavesdropper here, so let's see if he can fight against this. Looked like an Orzhov deck before. I assume it'll be the same. Unfortunately, his setup does not allow him to stream and chat at the same time, so he can hear us though, so he can take advice, just can't do too much else. So I guess Valgavoth has does not care about this unwilling vessel. Does not care for it. Yeah, we did see Valgavoth unleash. I mean, we saw a couple great cards. It's more just like he played his cards and curved out, and he has a coherent two-color deck because it's 16 packs. So very scary. He's an adept trash talker, which is I don't know if it makes him less scary or more scary, but seems like he's ready to rumble here. So nothing for Valgavoth on turn three. So it's not that's like a turn where you definitely want to play something. Oh, this is from the bonus sheet, the Hallowed Haunting. All right. He says that's a little no, it's a little too scary. Yeah, that Hallowed Haunting can be a pretty dominating card. There's I call him my boy, but the Eavesdropper here, just wonderful card. Yeah, I was gonna say this is gonna be a big turn for Valgavoth, but I mean this 4/4 is just okay. I'm surprised that the 16 pack deck had room for this card. Oh, that's the mythic. That's like a Yawgmoth's Will for 5 mana. Yeah, not incredible here, but if the game goes super long, that's a cool card. But otherwise, it's a little narrow, I guess. If you're manifesting every turn and putting lands in there, then it's value. But otherwise, it's just okay. Hey, oh, he has a Terramorphic. Okay, that's value. All right, so wow, just doesn't have to play lands from his hand for the rest of the game. Even Valgavoth thinks it's cool. Yeah, just the 2/2 here. Can't block the 3/1 because it has menace. Wow, lots of MKM cards here in Miguel's deck, and pretty cool ones. Again, if anybody else wants to chime in, please do so. It's a very casual setting here for this bonus feature matches that we're gonna have. Uh-oh. Well, good thing that he has another counterspell. So these counterspells have been extremely timely here. Those are the two best cards that Valgavoth over there has tried to cast today. Have gotten countered here. So Flood Pitch Drowner here might not work the way we want it to because, well, I mean, it'll get him for damage, but it will give the cheerleader flying because it'll be tapped. So, yeah, that's one interaction I found early in the format. First time I put a stun counter on a survival creature, I said, ah, don't do it. Don't do that anymore. Uh-oh. Well, he is going to be tapping this down at least. Yeah. So yeah. So first time I came across the interaction, uh, I then had to remind myself, don't put stun counters on survival creatures anymore. Yeah, this is a bit of an unfortunate couple cards here. That just how could you ever imagine your opponent's going to instant speed reanimate the Wanderer and have a protection spell as the last two cards in hand? You can't. That's Valgavoth for you. He is an all-knowing demon. Wow, what's interesting is that if he played the land, he could have. If he play, I mean, if he played the untapped land, he could have flipped open the creeper and blown up the Shard Mage Rescue, and then actually traded, I suppose. But hard to see that coming. Hard to see that coming, but I mean, we don't want to give up the value of getting Terramorphic every turn, but and we can't expect that we're going to have something to blow up with the Vengeful Creeper. So I don't blame it, but it was just an unfortunate little series of events there that Valgavoth got to take advantage of. Yeah, because Flood Pitch Drowner would have been a very nice answer. Would have just shuffled that thing away, had it be done with. But that was not an option. Uh-oh. Oh, he says I'm stopping the value. I've seen enough. I don't want any more value. I'm going to gain 10 life, and I'm going to make you very, very sad and miserable. And that's basically a day at the office for Valgavoth. It seems just create absolute misery. Look at this demon man. He's really trying to get in people's heads. I mean, he's trying to return volley here to Valgavoth, but he's a tough one to he's a tough one to deal with, as we'll see. Yeah, I suspect the early weeks are going to be a little rough on our noble competitors here, but perhaps as we get later in the league, we'll see Valgavoth taken down a notch and getting some free entries here. But yeah, it's this is looking rough. I mean, if he draws some form of removal, it's good, but green blue is, somewhat limited in the way it can interact. So I imagine it would be hard to get this thing off the battlefield. Maybe we're picking up the watchdog and scrying and surveilling, digging for an answer here. We could pick it up, surveil, see what we find. And now it has the option of blocking again, so that's always nice. Yeah, as we said, Miguel can absolutely hear what I'm saying, but unable to voice chat while streaming. So I know I'm telling everybody I'm telling people to chime in, but you know people are afraid. People don't want the backlash, right? They're afraid of Valgavoth. I'm not playing in the league, so Valgavoth can't do that much to me. But people are playing in the league. Who knows? Who knows what Valgavoth can do? Uh oh, that's big. Uh oh. Even exiles it to deny that little surveil. Just that maybe one little sliver of something that can get him one card closer to being able to deal with this. Oh, that's a Glimmer Seeker. Oh, gross. I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, it undoes all the auras. Unfortunately, the room does come back, both halves unlocked, but so yeah. So if you do wanna unlock the any of either of the sides of the room, you do have to do this now. But then you can just recast it. So is exactly the correct mana to recast it. So yeah, better to do it. Better do it now. All right, so you can block, bounce the Wanderer, Ward 2, gets back a double locked room. So how much mana do we have if we unlock the Forgotten Cellar? That's the question. We have like 6 mana left over to cast spells. It's like a draw 3 basically. Draw 2 or draw 3 for 5. It's not amazing, but you might be able to put some bodies into play, but blocking the 3/4 is looking tough here. That is unfortunately not what we wanted to see. A tapped creature. Yeah, so if we activate Forgotten whatever, we have 6 mana to play around with. So we could cast 3 things.
Yeah. So if he,
The Flood Pit's Drowner is awkward because he can't really tap anything with it.
yeah, but Valgavoth may play the Emperor in step, and then he can then flash in the Gauntlet, right?
If he does play the Wanderer here, and yeah, those things are all things that could happen in response. Yes,
Right.
but Valgavoth might just say, well, I can flash it in next time because he's not. This effect is only once.
Right. But the options are not very many otherwise.
No, unfortunately not. Let's see. Okay, so he's bringing this in response, but now he can tap it. So so the reason why he did this is so it doesn't get counterspelled. So that was the reason why Valgavoth flashed it. And Valgavoth knows how to play Magic. He says, "I see counterspells in the graveyard. Those can be cast. I don't like it." And now we get to cast a couple things. All right, so we call this staying alive at the very least. You can bounce the room to do the Yawgmoth's Will thing again. Yeah, again, Yawgmoth's Will is a very old card that is basically 2 and a black sorcery, and it has that text. You can cast spells from your graveyard, and anything that would go to the graveyard gets exiled. Yeah, so he has the option of doing it again here. So I mean, it looked like Valgavoth was about to seal up the game, but the exit specialist kind of got him at least a bit of a reprieve here. Let's see what we're going to next. Yeah, that's a cool card, but I mean, if you can make the game go long enough, that might be useful. But he still doesn't have anything that could really tussle in combat with the Wandering. with the Wandering Rescuer. I guess he has a 5/5 creeper and a 4/4 Greenbelt Radical, but basically going to cost him his whole turn to get either one of those into play. Yeah, yeah, could play the 5 mana side. Could play one of those creatures that could potentially block the Rescuer, and that's basically the whole turn. Okay, we're playing lands from the graveyard first. All right. Okay, we'll slow it down here. Can block for a turn. Gonna possibly make a clue here. I do like Terramorphic Expanse with this mythic land. That is one thing I didn't clock when I read it. I just, whenever we see Crucible of Worlds effects in limited, we're just like, okay, next. But I mean, if the game goes long enough, I assume in like, especially week one of League, games are going to go long enough that this 5 mana side is going to be insanely strong. So cool card. Glad to see it getting some play here. It's just a card I haven't seen him play at all yet. So happy to see that it has its uses. So Grand Entryway and with the Rotunda, I mean, it's not really, it's not changing too much here. And Valgavoth says, I'm going to respect whatever's going on over there. I don't feel like attacking. So Valgavoth definitely leaving mana for something because it did not unlock the Rotunda. So that should be a signal that there's something in hand. What that is, I mean, we can't tell. But if he's not being attacked here, Miguel does have a source of card advantage with this magnifying glass. He now has a couple flyers in play, so can eventually make a little bit of headway on this life total here. At least he's hoping that to be the case. This is like I said, we thought Valgavoth had it, but Exit Specialist came in, cleaned up the life linking 5 power Wanderer, and now we're back to maybe a bit more manageable board state. But okay, Valgavoth has said, I'm ready to start attacking again, and I don't want a Death Toucher here. Okay, so he's just making everything into a little bit, the 1/1s. They still trade with the 2/1s, but at least if they go unblocked, it's twice the damage. So it must block the Wanderer and then must block something else. Yeah, okay, yeah, I didn't think it was good to jump block here. Go to 1, untap. He does have his whole graveyard at his disposal for the next turn. Valgavoth says, hey, remember those cards you drew? Well, I like drawing cards too. Here comes Toby, 1/1 with a 4/4. Pretty good one. We will have a lot of mana here. Once we see what's in the graveyard, we'll know a bit better idea here. 6 mana, draw a card every turn. I mean, I like drawing cards. I don't know if I like tapping 6 mana, but it's it. This is just wow. Yeah, this is just super unfortunate. Yeah, just hit a land clump and is there a way out of this? Everything's lethal. We need some combination of 3 answers, whether it's blockers or interaction. The Flood Pit's Drowner is that can cover 2 bases because it can tap something and block something. So that's probably a for sure play, and we'll figure out where to go from there. Yeah, Flood Pits is good because it covers 2 bases. Still have what, 7? Yeah. Maybe it's the Exit Specialist again, but you're not gonna have enough mana to bounce anything. Death Touch and something. Yeah, you just play 5/5. You can play a 5/5 vanilla for 5, right? The Vengeful Creeper. Yeah. Yeah, so many choices here. Wow, this is this is a very 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 fun little bonus match here tonight. Very 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 happy that we get to watch these. Right, so eavesdropper perhaps. Yeah. How much mana is there? 7 mana. I don't think there's time to do exit specialist and flip it up, but could do it. It's either that or like play a vanilla 5/5, but not sure. Okay, just decides to play a bunch more things, so that's just play it face up. Okay, I mean, lots of blockers here. Could have maybe attacked with one of the flyers probably, but yeah, Valgavoth wasn't expecting this. Valgavoth came in all sure of himself. Now he's suffering a little bit. I mean, like Miguel's still at one, but oh, okay, that's a good one. Let's lock down the Wanderer, or do we lock down? I mean, are we afraid of him getting two more tokens? I don't know, and then all having flying? Probably not. What a game! Remember, this is just best of one, so we're just getting all of this in one shot here, and it's very fun. Can we start flying? Have to. Yeah, no choice. Yeah, we're fully equipped to fight creatures on the ground here. I mean, unless Valgavoth drew something, he's passing. Yeah, okay. Little by little, get your lands out of your deck and still draw land. This is absolutely absurd, by the way. Can't tell you the last time that somebody had 15 lands in play in a league match or in any match of Magic that wasn't Commander. I mean, yeah, he drew an extra card, so I mean, this eavesdrop is a 4/4 vigilance every turn. Pretty good. He says, "Let me get with that too. That's vigilance. I'm good." Interesting to make that block. I think maybe he's hinting that I want the Wanderer dead. I can rebuy it. Maybe he wants this Wanderer dead. But if that was the case, he could have just jump blocked if he wanted to get it back. But yeah, I mean, this is quite the comeback here against this demon. We're almost out of basics. Almost. Okay, that's helpful too. I mean, that card hasn't been my favorite, but I mean, in the late game, the that 2/2 manifest dread is not going to matter too much. It's in the early and mid game that you don't want to be just granting your opponent a resource here. But later in the game, monstrous emergence. I don't think there's anything we need to kill right now. I feel like we saved that for a big flyer or something. Flyers, attack with flyers. Yeah. What's the exit specialist evasion? I know it has some sort of evasion. Can be blocked by creatures. Okay, not useful. I think I let it die. Honestly, I think I wanna counter some big stupid rare with the counter spell. That's just gonna win the game since we're at one. Like there could be some big scary rare coming. I mean, yeah, Valgavoth is getting outcarded here. I mean, Miguel just never has to play lands from his hand. Oh, bottomless pool. I mean, we could bounce our own Fear of Isolation and cast our whole graveyard again. It's like, And as long as we leave the counterspell, that seems like a completely safe move. Yeah, we could bottomless pool, bounce Fear of Isolation, play Fear of Isolation, bounce the room, and then do the thing all over again. We don't care about bouncing anything on Valgavoth's side. Oh yeah. Now this is good magic, people. Got 15 mana to play with, so effectively 10. So that lets you play a couple. Just leave open 3 for the counter spell, and so cast 7 mana. Yeah, that's a good one. Could play 2 things, but I think this is okay too. Yeah, yeah, okay, perfect. Oh yeah, the magnifying glass taps for mana. Keep forgetting. Nope. Yeah, and this is looking real good here. I mean, it's not in the bag, but looking very good. What does that one do? Do we have the? Oh, we do have the magnifying glass, but it's already in play. Was that the 4/4 goes and gets the 2 cards? Yeah, I remember that. I mean, also it's just big old flyer. It's a big old flyer. Oh, we have this too. Wow. Okay. Cool. You know what? MKM. Yeah, this is cool. I'm a fan. We equipped to something that can attack this turn, or I guess that works. I like it on the flyer just to kill him, have him dead next turn. But okay, Piranha Fly too. Yeah. He says, Valgavoth, I want to kill you. I want I want my $10. Feels like if you defeat Valgavoth the Elder Demon, you should get more than like $10, right? Yeah, $10, $10 Canadian. I don't know how that works out for you, but I don't know if that's I don't know if that's good for you or not.
I don't know how good is
Wow.
Canadian pizza.
It tastes a lot like American pizza. We do have in Quebec. We have a pizza they call a Quebecois pizza, which is um, bacon, pepperoni, and mushrooms. That I found that to be a quality combination of ingredients. I don't know what about it is Quebec specific, but that's the name, and it's a good pizza. I mean, Valgavoth is on his last breath here, unless he drew that room that reanimates the whole graveyard. Yeah, that's not it. I mean, he does have it. We saw it in the other game. We saw him cast the cheaper half of it. But looks like we may have a Valgavoth getting done in by detectives and flyers and MKM cards and counter spells and just play your whole graveyard 3 times. Another exit specialist. Wow, these MKM packs have been absolutely clutch here.
I gotta say, I feel like I'm watching a Scooby-Doo episode because I'm watching a bunch of detectives beat one of the most powerful beings in the universe.
There you go. Yeah.
Miguel just needs to play a dog and it'll be complete.
Well, also just playing your whole graveyard 3
Let's
times
see.
helps.
4, 1. Oh, looks good.
Yeah. I mean, the detectives were cool. Playing your whole graveyard 3 times usually should be good enough to win a game here.
I'll compare.
So I don't know what in the world Valgavoth could have here. There's 3. There's 3 flyers in play. Okay. I mean, he's. Oh. Okay. Don't. I would say, knowing what I know about Valgavoth, take your victory and don't provoke the demon any further. Yeah, give it to the trampler. Yeah, he's toast. He's toast. He's done. Get out of here. This is like the one time where I'm okay with saying good game when you're about to win, when you're facing Valgavoth. All right, so Valgavoth was scary in his first go, but Miguel used some unexpected tactics here, looping his graveyard, playing all these MKM cards, and congratulations to Miguel. So did some hard work tonight, commentary, and took down the demon. So we'll be back a little later with our third match of the night.